Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Michael and I'm bitten by a radioactive book. Today is Wednesday and that means Top 5 Wednesday on my channel. Top 5 Wednesday was created by Ginger Reads Laney and I leave the information to her channel and the corresponding Goodreads group in the description box down below. This week's topic is Top 5 favorite books of 2015 so far. So let's get into it. So far I've read 40 books this year and about 10% of them, 4, are 5-star reads or were 5-star reads. So I'm going to take these 4 and show you the 4-star book that I was most excited about maybe. So, starting with this one, on number 5, we have Malice by John Gwynne. You might have just seen that in my May wrap-up and have seen that that I've started Valor, the second book in the series, in June and now reading it. This one is a very, very classical fantasy tale, coming-of-age story, multiple POV though. We have like 2 main perspectives where we follow one chosen boy with his coming-of-age story, but we also have a slightly older young man who's fighting in the war band of his prince, and that young man shows us more about like the overall plot. The mythology is a bit inspired by Christian mythology, by having an angelic kind of race and a demon kind of race that is led by someone who fell down from the angelic kind of race. So we have also like giants in the world and a few magical objects that the giants crafted from a meteor that came down to Earth. So that is pretty exciting. So we have a bit of a mix of familiar things and new things. The whole world is a bit Celtic inspired or Celtic inspired. So yeah, it's really interesting and it was a really good read. Although it has like a lot of tropes, it is put together so well that I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was the strongest of the 4-star books I've read this year so far. On number 4 we have The Last Colony by John Scalzi. In this one he returns to the POV of John Parry, the character from Old Man's War. It's like the 3rd installment in the Old Man's War series, and we see how John and the people around him go to a new planet to colonize it, and it is very interesting. It is very humorous and overall a very quick and good read. On number 3 we have Inde, which you might know from Samantha's channel, Novels and Nonsense. She's a huge fan of the series, and now as time progresses, more and more of us SFF booktubers get into the series as well, as she is so the series is so highly recommended by Samantha. The series is very interesting. It's also a multi-POV. It has a very interesting like writing style. You're a bit distanced from the characters, but that makes the feeling of it a bit more historical, a bit more epic, and it works really well, I think, for the series. And overall, it is highly imaginative. The world is a bit like Viking inspired, maybe some nomadic tribes in there as well. Really interesting and unique. We have lots of characters. There's a high learning curve in the book because there are so many new terms to learn that the people use, but it is a very rewarding read. If you are into like a political intrigue, but also interesting coming-of-age stories with a military school aspect, it has all of that, and on top of that there's ships and pirates and whatnot. So yeah, it is really exciting, and it's a great series, and I hope to read the second book, The Fox, in June. On number 2 we have The Shotgun Arcana, which is the second installment in R.S. Belcher's Golgotha series and the newest book to date in that series, and I can't wait for a third one. This is a weird western book, so it has like elements of western, of course, because the city of Golgotha is a western setting, and we have supernatural elements in there, we have steampunk elements in there. The characterization is very, very good from my point of view. We have very interesting characters in this second installment. We even have more emphasis on female characters, because in the first book we had, I think, one very prominent female POV or character and a few good side characters, but now we get like, I think, 2 more like main POVs from female perspectives, and all of them are very interesting and intriguing. What I really like about the characters in the Golgotha series is that each of them has his or her own kind of mystery about them, and throughout the series these mysteries unravel a bit, and we get to know more about the background of the characters, and that is really interesting, sometimes really surprising. And overall this is a very, very good and fun read with a unique setting. And on number 1, my favorite book so far this year is The Ace of Skulls by Chris Wooding, the last installment in his Tales of the Catty J series, so the 4th and final book. And yeah, if you follow my channel, you know that I'm a huge fan of the series. I think I've rated the books 5 stars, 5 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, so yeah. It's an amazing series. Again, great characters. There's a lot of banter between the characters. There's a lot to learn about the single characters that make up the airship crew of the Catty J. The characters are lovable, and this final installment was just perfect. It was a great ending. It brought all the various threats for each character to an end in surprising ways, in satisfying ways. I really enjoyed that. And the series is so much fun. It's like Firefly in a secondary fantasy world, and it is so good and highly recommended for a fun read. Yeah, brilliant, and so far the best book of the year. So that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this top 5 video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I hope you get bitten by a really good book too. Bye!